But on a serious note, I stepped down. This is my last year in this program. I have to go. If you see me here, telling me I said because I'm going to say, yeah, so life happens, life has to continue. It was there to hand over the date to the next generation, which are sitting different. So we have to continue. I was a university student for no less than 15 years. So being a student, I know. I was a student at Ethiopia, Zululand, then overseas. I studied in New York at Columbia University. I was there for about 8 years or something. So,
Amen.
What you see on TV is not the true. It's TV. The real one looks like. I was in on the the borders of Harlem. Harlem is controlled. So they are as poor as us. So don't believe in I went to Columbia is a private university for history. But it's a school, it's like you have a vet next to the border of Soweto. White rich people next to them, poor black people in this state. So it was a nice experience. But that was almost 8 years ago. So I was a university student. I did the shape just I was there, and then also like I'm repeating now. I was a university. I've been a university student for more than 8 years. So being a student, I know how to be a foreigner. I know how to be a post-student, and even worse, how to be a post-student in another country. I have lived it. I spent, for example, 6 months not having a cent. I'm not exaggerating. I was living on the mercies of fellow South Africans. I didn't have money, I didn't have a scholarship. So it was more like my scholarship has ended, I'm applying for other things there. And like, fortunately, that side, things like food are not expensive. So therefore, other fellow South Africans, I was not the only poor one. So we assist each other. If you have $20, you can live at $20. So if a student comes to my place and says, I understand. And if you have nothing and you enter for university, then I'm staying in a flat in town. You can't go next to and say, can I ask you to slice off? People don't do that in the South. I've seen other countries do that. So if I'm hungry, I have to see. So being a student, because if you are asked to speak to students about students and health and all these things, I have to reflect and say that you am I the correct person. And as I said, no, I didn't say it. Part of the things of my interest, my specialization in my profession, in social work at the workplace, social work at issues of substance abuse and violence, issues of how people should take care of themselves, employees at work and those things. So therefore, these things are very, very important. Now, you are a religious group, so therefore allow me to be a faith Christian to start with this thing that I like, because also I think I'm like, and that you are able to make it up to this far. How many brothers and sisters and friends that have not been able to do it? Not because they don't have it, but because of circumstances. So that's why I say, like, I'm not talking about having one alone. I'm talking about let's use the opportunities that we have productive, so that we can advantage ourselves, our family. We all know. So in Samuel 12 says, to whom much is given, much is required. Okay? To whom much is given, much is required. So, you and I have a burden because we have this God-given opportunity and a luck to represent people that come from our own community. Some of them are sleeping hungry tonight to sacrifice that you are sitting here. I guess some of you write letters. My students used to do these silly things. They'll write, hey, we are going to see Basa. Mom, can you send me 50 rand or 1,000 rand? I think your mom doesn't know where Sibasa is. They think Sibasa is far. And then they send you 1,000 rand. They are sleeping without eating. Alright? So issues of saying, to whom much is given, much is required. So we have that expectation. And then, just to link myself with history a little bit, the first time I laid my hands on Nelson Mandela, that will give you my age, right? I was outside as a student, a doctoral student. Mandela was just released, so he visited other countries. He ended up in the United States. So we were sitting in the audience just like a student because they were putting in program. So Americans were asking him, hey Mandela, man, you like you and your friends, this communist man, you want to assist your country, this or that, but you are worried about your friends. These friends are who? Gaddafi. Who else was Cuba? The president of Cuba, Castro.
Fidel Castro.
And then what Palestinian man, Chairman Arafat. So these are well-known, revolutionaries. So Mandela, I'll put that in my book that I have to write about my travels. He says, these people were with us when the days were dark. Now, when we get freedom, now you want me to dump my friends. I can't do that. I am talking about keeping your principles. To say, be careful when things are nice. Don't forget where you come from. Yes. We said that I had him. The first time I like, yes, my dad, this guy from prison. He said, no, I cannot. Because now it's nice, I am out of jail. Now you want to criticize my friend, you want me to dump them. I'm not going to do that. And because it's an audience of white people, they're all deliberate. And they move on. So I'm talking about as a person, part of your health, mental health, is to be a person of principles. Just like you have something that you say, this is who I am. Whatever that it is, I am not. I cannot defy my principle just to be nice or to appear nice. Right? And I'm glad that you are a student religious organization that it's important as young people that you are grounded. You must believe in something. You come to the campus, you meet other people. At the university, you have three kinds of people, and you don't realize that. There are people of the morning, then there are people of the day, then there are people of the night. Okay? If you are new on campus, you just see people going up and down the whole day. And you think, okay, I can go to the complex in the morning, I can go afternoon, I can go at night. People who go there in the morning are not the same people that go in the afternoon. They are eating and doing that. When now you just go with the car, just go to the complex and go. Afternoon, they are busy drinking. Where are they in the evening? When you have a hangover, they are sleeping. Where are you? So I'm saying you are at the university, part of mental health, and because a lot of us as students end up with stress because we don't have quote unquote a plan. We just go with the crowds. Hey, they're going this way, let me go. They're going this way, let me go. Your friends that are doing all this, they have it. Now you end up with stress, you end up failing because you don't have that. Right? I don't know that students still have a competition to say, can I see you how much you got? You see? Because the same thing happens with students. Like they are passing, then they tell you they failed the test. As you find out that my friend has passed, you are the only one that failed. So be careful out there because at a place like a university, you are young people, I suspect. You are still at the age where you are healthy, mostly. But students tend to suffer from stress, anxiety, and depression, right? You end up being stressed, and I suspect what I'm saying, you will have had it when you are private university, because one day you woke up, and then you find that you are in trouble. You have these 3 assignments that are expected on Monday because you are doing these things that I'm talking about. Okay? Or you are a kind of a person who's not properly organized. And then young people, when I was a student at Afrop and Zumbat, the famous word where students like to say, they are frustrated, I don't know what to say these days. Frustrated is simply because they cannot cope. Okay? So therefore, I'm just mixing the two things already. Things like stress, anxiety, depression, which are major causes of problems amongst young people like ourselves here, are contributed towards by things like workload. Number 2, not in any order, style of instruction in class, like you don't follow, you are in Mugorosi's class, but you don't follow what he says. And when I say, do you understand? Understanding people is individual, it's not a group thing. Just like hunger. When you are hungry, don't ask your friend, hey, are we hungry? Your friend will say, no, well, we are not hungry. That's a simple answer. If you say, I don't understand, your friend understands that you say, we understand, this thing is for them, not for you. So it's important to say, I don't understand. So, problems of style and the manner of engagement, you are not following what is being said in class, but you have this thing, my student complex, you are afraid to ask. But who's drowning? It's you. And then you are surprised that, hey, now I always have a headache. Because you have that thing. You didn't follow. So, issues of style of instruction and the university being different from high school. Like, university, higher education institution is because here, we should be saying, hey, we're talking about this, read this and you must go read for yourself. Right? And then workload we spoke about to say, you don't do this, you postpone it for tomorrow, it catches up. And then the other thing is finances. NSFAS. Right? But NSFAS also, for the lack of that, is because we are not budgeted properly. I don't even want to ask how much you get per month. Maybe you lie to your friend. If I say, how much you get per month? Maybe you lie to your friend, I'm like, 5,000. So, budget. You must know how much you get and be able to say, now this is what I get. And does that fit into what I need to do for myself? And some of us people, let's be honest, not only that NSFAS is for you, okay? You are assisting them at home. Am I not telling the truth?
You are telling the truth.
You are sending your sister that 200 rand. Your mom says, hey, or they don't even have to ask at all. You know the situation. You send them because you know that today, the weekend, maybe let me send them so that chicken Sunday. But issues of finance, whether the money that you get, does it fit your lifestyle? But if you want to compare yourself, knowing where you come from with your friends, actually your friends, you met them there at the gate. These people that you call friends, remember what somebody said about a friend. A friend is a stranger that you think you know. And a stranger is a friend that you don't know. So I'm not saying you must start looking askance to your be suspicious. But I'm just saying you have your friends again. But all of us come from somewhere. So be careful not to live up to, you are trying to compare yourself. Hey, my friends are drinking, are doing this, and they are buying this. You want to show them that you can. But deep down, you know your situation. Do what is good for you. I am not saying don't please yourself, but at the same time, think about where you come from and what is in your priorities. Because if you live up to the Joneses, which are your friends now, you are the one that will end up with a problem. That's why then among students, you end up with some of our students trying to commit suicide, failing. And they don't say, why so and so is not? And my student will tell you what I said this morning. And if you say sexist, you are sexist, Mugorosi, I'll say thank you very much for today. If you allow me, my dear ladies, a lot of our ladies, not everybody, because I'll be making a dangerous generalization. A lot of our young people, young women, in fact, I should have started by saying, maybe let me call my theme of presentation to say, not enough. A lot of our young people suffer from that. So, not enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm too fat, so I need to be thin just like Sophie. I am too dark. I'm not light enough. So we suffer from the disease, not enough. I have 3 books here that I'm trying to read. The title of this book is Enough. To say it's not the extent that you look the way you are. Black people, maybe the country stopped buying or selling ambi. You know ambi? You used to lighten themselves up. Hello, you will be white here, but the legs are black. But yet, now I have lived among white people like you at my school. You don't know this, maybe you know it already. Europeans, if you go up the north now, in Europe and in the Americas, white people in the sun, they bask in the sun because they want to be that. If you read your newspaper, you see these white people that always say in the sun, they are saying I'm sunbathing because they try to make sure that they are dark. They talk about dark and sun. In Europe, if you ask Europeans, who are the most attractive Europeans, they always mention south of Italy and France and Portugal, because those people are closer to the African. They are a little darker. They are white people that are a little dark. They are trying to be like you, whereas you want to be like them. So now, people, enough. Can we stop trying to be like other people? It's not by accident. Yes. You are short. If I can, I'm too short. I'm not tall enough. Enough. I said to them in the class, I lost my CD that somebody gave me. The guy that sings, he has a song that talks about enough. Because he's talking about people, women who think it's not enough. I don't have enough. So just that. So here on campus, enough comes out of peer pressure. Peer pressure. I don't have cavelas. Let me tell you. Some of my students will laugh in the past when I say, sometimes some of us, and I don't have, you don't even have to choose. Should I buy my mother the curtains, or should I buy myself curtains? Or cavelas? Cavelas or curtains? They don't have curtains at home, but you are buying cavelas. You are my friend, cavelas. Hello, when you pass your house, there's no curtain there. You can see your mother. So priorities, peer pressure. So at the university here, students end up with health problems. So it starts, as you know, comparing yourself, thinking what's wrong with me when all my friends have this and I don't have. Why my friends are passing, I'm not passing? Because you don't go to school like that. they do it, they pass. Some of us will even go to the further to say, nah, why are all these boys passing me? What's wrong with me? They're not attractive enough. Desperation leading to those things. So, students on campus here as fellow students, but I'm glad you are in the right group because at least you are holding on to something, holding on to your faith. And in a group like this, I hope you remind each other about what is important about your life. Yes. So, remember I said styles of instruction lead to stress, anxiety, and sometimes depression. Workload, finances, loneliness also, poor and lack of support. Loneliness, poor support, relationships, they all have girlfriends, I'm the only one without. So you are desperate. Even though that boy is beating you up like nobody's business. Because all your friends have boyfriends. They're going to laugh at me if I don't have a boyfriend. Or your boyfriend is the chairperson of SRA. If I can't, I will not be Miss Campus. I think you are famous because you are a girlfriend of so and so. And things are not working out when we are not. So you are staying in that relationship to impress us at your own cost.
Wow.
Some of our girls here, first years at University of Venda and all other places that some of us have been, you are having that relationship with that gentleman who is a senior student. So you almost stay with them in the room. Who are you now? You are missing. You are cooking, you are cleaning. In the morning, the guy says, can you cook? Can you iron? Can you do this? But you have a class. He takes the books, he goes to class. But because you want to fit in, you want to impress him, you say, let me stay and cook. So that when he comes back, that was a very nice one. My shirt is fine. You wash. Women, you like washing men. You wash a man. But you forget one thing. I'm talking now about your next life as adults. You will clean up a man. Hello, after you clean him, other people see him outside, they take him from you. After you have cleaned him, after you clean him now, then actually now he's attractive. They take him. Let me go back to my campus coach. Actually, you are busy, I know that. Then what happens? You take the test, you don't come to school. Then you are failing in the first semester. At the end of the day, you have failed. The gentleman is doing it. His third year is passing. And then next year you come back, you are going to repeat. He says, what do you do? Now, I can't remember my first year. It's up to them. First year. I don't go with failing times. You forget that he contributed, and unfortunately, you yourself contributed to you contributed your future to somebody who met there at the gate. You don't even know his uncle, let alone his man. So, issues of anxiety, pressure, and those things, for me, I'm trying to be practical, not theoretical. Okay? To say, open your eyes out there. Focus on what you can do. There is nothing wrong with a relationship. There is nothing wrong with having friends. And let me just say, there is nothing wrong with drinking. I mean, I sanctioned some of these things in this country that side on substance abuse and drinking and all that stuff. Just like about a gun, there is nothing wrong about a gun. What is wrong is the person who uses the gun, not the gun. If it's sitting there, there's nothing wrong with it. alcohol is the same. If you drink properly, in other countries, people eat and drink again, and they are fine. So when you see people drinking and you start drinking one fast, and you are surprised when you have a headache on at night because you are not doing this thing properly. You can't be drinking on an empty stomach. And then also people have different metabolism. Okay? There's a difference about how much a man and a woman can drink. How much a person of my physique should drink and a person who's thinner or to say this person, if you see your friend this drinking 6 beers and when will make cheese and then you want to drink 6. You get what I'm saying? And then also here's the thread that our ladies fall into. Women like to say, I don't drink, I just take weed. You're taking wine. Hello, look at the bottle of wine and take a bottle of beer. And look at the percentage of alcohol content. Wine tend to have higher content of alcohol compared to beer. All right? So therefore, people, if I see next week or Saturday, tomorrow, drunk, don't be embarrassed. There's nothing wrong with drinking. Alcohol is made for people, I think. Just make sure that you do it properly. And when you say, no, I can't drink. After I drink this up, it's Saturday. I go rest, and then the following day I go to school or whatever that is, do things properly. Like I said, without wasting your time. Relationships, I said, there's nothing wrong with relationships. Right? But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And also, I'm focusing on our female students, and I'm using you not because you are dead people, but I want to pass the message through you, okay, to your own friends out there to say, your friend is sitting there in the room, they are depressed, they say to you, you can see that the person is fading away because they are in a very toxic relationship. They are pressurized by work. They have failed to have a plan. And they are fading away slowly. So relationships are very important, but also one of the things that leads to problem of stress and anxiety and depression, the issues of expectations. Trying to meet expectations. Actually, I don't know where it comes from. People don't know about university education. All they need is that degree takes out 3 years or 4 years. They start counting. Actually, your uncle says, hey, how long? When did you go to University of Ghana? 2021. When are we graduating? You are still struggling with first year module. Malume is already talking about, Mana sister, I'm trying to organize a cow because it's the 3rd year. When the graduation is where you don't I feel that you can't say that I'm failing my tests. Right? So meeting other people's expectations. You are here, you don't have a plan. But people as students, when I say have a plan, we are talking about a situation where you say, you are a young person or you are anybody else, you don't have to have your plan perfect. Okay? You can work out something, but if you think things are not working out, go to student counseling. Or you come to anybody say, hey man, can I do this thing? I can't cope. Because some of you here and your friends, you hear your friends say, hey, I can't sleep. Sleeplessness comes because it's a health issue, comes because of anxiety. People don't sleep because they are worried. Certain things, you didn't finish something. But you say, hey, I have to submit the assignment on Monday. How can you sleep? But you did not do the things. And you think you can read everything between now and Monday morning and submit. As a lecturer for Jeff, I remember, invigilating like we do here. Some guy showed up in an exam there, and you can see this person who's replying, who do Simon Deski. Hey, I don't like it. This person, because who created he's looking, he's worried about Ghana the answer to start with one way. He had a mental block.
Yes.
You cram because you didn't do proper planning. You think you can just put everything in your head the night before exam. I had friends, I'm not saying I was the best person, but we had friends, young people who have years, who will say their solution like, I want a Monday exam or test. They'll say, I don't know, I've not seen this, but you hear people say this, you never know whether it's the examination. Somebody will say, now if I'm writing, tonight I wash all my blankets. Then I don't have anything to sleep on. So I'll not get I think you can do the washing tonight. So what are you sleeping in? You don't have a blanket, so you wash all of them. Another friend or other people say, not because I want to keep the whole night. I will put a bucket of water under my desk and put my legs in. There's no way I can do so with my legs in water. I suspect some of us here are doing that. So people, let me move on. So you must learn how to manage your own life. I don't know how many of us have heard of this person, or no, this concept of Johari video. Have you heard of Johari video? Johari. And literally the way I spell Johari. 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 You are in the generation of Google. So can I see by hand how many of us have heard of Johari? One person. So Johari window is something like you do something like that, and you have 4 blocks. Because it simply says, because problem of stress, depression, understanding yourself have to come with, when I say have a plan, number 1, you must understand yourself. Right? So the 4 quadrants there, if you say you do a block and you do that, they say one area says there are certain things that you know about yourself and the rest of the world knows about. What kind of a person you are. Then one quadrant says there are certain things that other people know about you that you don't know. Right? Then there's a place where you don't know, other people don't also know. A blind spot. Then there's a place where you know about yourself, other people don't know. So the issue is, Johari window talks about trying to reduce the space where you say, there are certain things about myself perhaps that I don't know. Right? And then other situations where, I say number 1, where other people know about me and I don't. And then there are certain things about myself that I don't know and other people, regular people don't know. So those 2 windows, you need to have them smaller than they are, because you have to solve problems of anxiety, depression, you have to understand what kind of a person you are. Be aware of your strengths, your weaknesses. One student of psychology will tell you, just eat with your friends. They'll say, if you have an argument with your friend, if you want to make them more angry, very simple. Like you are tussling about something, and you can see this person is angry. Yeah? You can use that test. You just ask them a simple question. You ask them, why are you angry? What do they do? If you ask your friend, why are you angry? What do they do?
I'm not angry.
They do what?
I'm not angry.
They what?
I'm not angry. They will say I'm not angry.
I'm not angry. So if you want to use that, please don't do that. Because sometimes they will say, if you want to test something, they will get more angry. I'm not angry. So, because I'm just saying that because it happens to a lot of people that there are certain things about your behavior. All of us have people say, hey, if you press this button in me, hey, I lose it. And I'm sure all of us have that. There are certain topics that you don't want other people to notice. Because once they mention that, you lose it. You have your own weaknesses. Young people, I think you are in relationships. Maybe you are not in relationships. And maybe you must stay innocent. People who are in relationship and women are very good because they specialize in studying partners. But sometimes they make big mistakes because women like to say, I know my partner, I know him, I know him. Until you live in somebody's head, you never know this. But maybe you never knew me after this year. But I'm just saying, in the next 10 years, or even until the end of this year, if you meet a man who can say to you, I know my partner, come and I want to go and find. Because for some reason that I don't know, men don't use that phrase. You never meet a man like I know. A man never says about their wife. I know. But it's a family phrase of women. Either in marriages or they go, I know that man. It's my boyfriend. Especially after he was caught with another one. Listen, I know him, my boyfriend doesn't do that. I know him, he can't do that. But also, you can never know a testimony until somebody comes with a science that will say, let's open here. And the heart and the beat of a person is dicey to know. So you can only know a person up to a particular level. So all I'm saying is that Johari window, we have to do that for us. Try to increase the area where you are aware about your strengths, your weaknesses, what areas must you work on to make yourself a better person. Alright? And why am I saying that? Because like if I said there's a block 104, there are certain things that other people know about you that you don't know. So I'm saying you are using that because you have to be talking to other people who will reflect. Hey, my friend, whether you are this kind of a person, every time we do this is what you do. I think they know about you. Right? You do this when you are angry, you have weaknesses. So when I drink too much, at the end of the month, because they don't see those things, if other people will tell you. Right? And then there are certain things that you know about yourself that other people know very less of. Then I said, the last one in the corner is the dark. I will say, the part that you don't know and other people don't. You want to make that part as small as possible. Because you need, for you to succeed on earth, let's start here on campus, you need to know as much as possible about yourself. Alright? How do I study? How do I do this? How do I do that? What are my weaknesses? Alright? My best friend in Metric High School. Fortunately, I'm not saying that because I was the best person. But I realized when we are in what we call grade 11, that my friend is a good friend, we stay in the same room, we do this, but he has a weakness. He likes impressing girls. He did not know subject A and B because I'm the one that assists him. Hey, how do you do this? Then I explain, and the other friend. But once the girls in the class behind say, so accounting, how do you get? I can explain. And when me and my friend will be saying, there he goes. So he had that weakness. So I'm just using that as an example to say all of us have this thing to say. Can you imagine then you are in life now or you are here on campus, instead of doing your work, you want to impress someone who asks you to do certain because you are that you have that weakness. Not because you want to do it, but you are weak at this. So that's what I'm saying, as a student, it's important that you reflect. You listen to other people. When people talk about it, when my friend, you are sometimes they're talking nonsense, but pay attention, just listen to it. Right? You know, should I call your congregation or students? I don't know. Right? Yeah. And then let me just jump to what I call happiness. I was just reading the same book that I said about enough. That says, so this author says, what are the things that assist us to be happy? Before I close, maybe with later on about getting to say, for you to be happy and by implication to contribute towards your own mental health, you know, should I say your health in general, and they mentioned three factors play. Number one, autonomy, control over your own life. Don't allow somebody to be in charge of your life. You are in this relationship. Shall I go to class? You have to ask the girlfriend. So, control of your life and your faith. Don't leave it to other people. I'm not saying don't listen to parents, but I'm just saying, as a young adult, it's important that you take care of your life. And don't allow yourself to be alone. Don't allow people to walk all over. Number two, happiness. Maintaining connectivity with people. Make sure that you connect with others who will assist you with this thing to reflect. Okay? Because other people, if you are in positive relationship, I'm talking about friendships and working groups, they will tell you, you are not working well, you are not doing this. Or if you connect, you can't be a free agent, a solo person and succeed. 100% you are connected. That's what I'm saying. I'm happy that some of you belong to this. Okay? Once in a while you meet somebody belongs to us. Hey, the scripture is saying what? Let's be careful about this. Let's be careful. Connect with that. Then the other one is saying, exercising your own competence, being able to exploit your own talent. You are in that relationship, you are here, but you like singing. Somebody says, come on. Singing is for devils. You go to hell. But you know that singing is your God-given talent. Okay? So, issue of exploiting your own talent is important. That for you to happiness is brought by those factors. Autonomy, maintaining connectivity with other human beings so that you can be able to reflect. Number three, exercising your competence. All of us have some talent of some sort. Okay? Make sure that you are able to do that. And then, in terms of other things that are important for your own mental health, psychologists will say 1 in 4 of all of us, at some stage or another, will be affected by something. And we never talk about mental health. Unlike if you have a cancer, if you are broken and I think if you're broken and if my uncle, my cousin get there, go there, let them put a plaster of Paris, and you are walking. My uncle did not go to school, but hey, go there, it's American, some medicine. But the problem is when you have problems inside your head or emotions. You are sad, but you don't understand. You are emotionally down. What's wrong with you? I'm just looking for the slides that talk about what are the signs. Maybe then I get into what's the answer. Because what are the signs that we're talking about? We're talking about what are the general signs of that we have mental health issues? Like we said, loneliness. Or somebody who's now isolating themselves from the rest of us. Your friend begins to get weak. Your bubbly sister, your friend, the guy who's always joking with you, suddenly the guy looks sad. Depression, mental problem. To explain it to a lay person, depression is sadness that does not go away. You are sad, but you don't understand. I'm not talking about being sad for 2 minutes. You feel down for a long period of time. But a lot of time people who are depressed, they don't even know. But you don't understand why you have lost appetite. You are losing weight. You are fighting at home. You don't have, you don't look forward to go to class. Some of us don't even want. You say, why should I? People sleep the whole day, the whole day. And you're surprised, why my sister doesn't wake up? And then, true to form, and then somebody will say, no, boyfriend time would done. Because these things are personal, like it. Yeah. I mean, if your girlfriend dumps you and you are depressed, it's facing you, it's not facing your friend who's laughing. I think your friends are laughing. I think your friend say, they want to capacity. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? That's what your friends will be saying. They will say, that boy. Actually, here's the scenario. You see, if your friends are rushing to you, hey, did you see? Hey, I was just met my guy. Then my student wants to commit suicide already. Not my correct has ended. Why is it ending? My boyfriend, this or that. Then the girl is asking, the boy is asking, am I attractive enough? Am I, to make it worse, am I sexy enough? Because I keep thinking, if he or she runs to another person, instead of being the problem of that person, now you are reflecting about yourself. There must be something wrong with me. Why would you go to that girl? And to make it worse, that girl stay on the floor in the hostel. You meet each other there in the morning or in the class. And Sophie, the hairstyle, the one that you cannot afford, 700, 800. Then what do we do as a solution? You are thinking, let me go to the hairdresser today. You borrow that 700 to do hairstyle. But the boy is not coming back. The unfortunate thing about men is that the men, you chase each other with a knife. I give you when your girlfriend comes to, then you go and fight. Do you still fight about the girls these days?
I know.
You don't?
Yes.
So you hear what I'm saying? So issues of let me so my issue is that be careful out there. The campus, shall I go to the campus place? If your eyes are not open, if you are not grounded, if you are not emotionally prepared, and if certain things happen and you say, I have a crisis, your crisis for another person is just a joke. To say, I've been done, your friends will be laughing again. But for you, it's a crisis again. But to make it worse, some of you people, actually, you get into depression, trauma, because a parent has just passed away. Okay? Or something happens, maybe you lose appetite after I say this. Sexual abuse. harassment, abuse. The man that you think loves you, takes care of you, does something that you didn't expect, and you're traumatized. Where do you go to? Now, instead of going to report, you are thinking, dear friend, if I go to the police station, what my friends are going to say? Because what were you saying about him yesterday? I know him. A nice person. But then he goes and does this thing. So a fellow lecturer in anthropology said something here in the class, but it sounded like a joke, but it's true. He said, if two, especially young people, are always together, one of them is a fool. If you find two people together all the time, one of them is a fool. Can I find out why would one of them be a fool? Can I just ask the or is the church allowed? Can I ask the people in the church? What do you think that one of them must be a fool? Why is that so different than us? One fool to the church.
Yes, for example, that you gave about the student here, like the first year, but then later and other. So that has another control over that one. Control and that thing, the around that young girl, actually, if because you're being controlled, you want to the children, you want to attend, I want to see you today, and then some the person is going to attend. So what are you?
Yeah, so that's the issue to say. But in this case, you are right. But sometimes you find people who are friends, this or that, they are always together. Because a lot of times, when you are together with, I'm not taking to, when I say, I'm saying, they underline the word all the time. Because if you are together all the time, somebody must be doing the thing. The other one is a yes man or yes woman. They don't have independent capacity to think for themselves. Even in relationship, you must be able to say, man, I want to. There are other people that cannot go spend time with us. So that you must be able to reflect. So maybe I hope I'm not breaking relationships. You don't say that professor. We spend too much time together. Can I jump in from the man? But a lot of people who actually you'll hardly get. And women, I like that. A lot of times a woman will say, can we take a break in a relationship? Yes. I like that because somebody says, hey, I want to think away from you. Because when you are away, then you are able to move and reflect and think. So don't do it every week. So don't say Professor Mugorosi says we are together too much. But all what is important is that try to think for yourself. Importantly, don't be somebody's government. You can't agree with anybody on this earth all the time. Don't agree with, whether it's whoever, yes. There's something they say, yeah, but you like this. Sometimes if you like an apple, your friend will like a banana. It should not break a relationship. It should not break your friendship to say, no, I don't like bananas. When your friend says, we like a banana, but deep down you know that I like a banana, I like a banana. So a sense of saying, there must be a situation where you have your own choice. Yes. So issues of, but at the end, people are saying health, mental health on campus. Our students here are suffering. They don't come to student can say enough. You have a problem. You wake up one day. Ladies, wake up one day, the clothes are not fitting anymore. The stomach is growing. How can you be surprised that you are pregnant? Something happened, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm saying for you at that moment, it's a crisis. Talk to someone. You fail that test. Relationship is not going well. Talk to someone. It does not always have to be your mom or your dad. A professional is. Somebody, your instinct will guide you to say, this is the person I can trust. Right? So find a person that they might not have the answers for something that you're looking for. So say, man, I'm not feeling comfortable, I'm pregnant, I'm this or that. The person will maybe assist to guide you to the place. To say, hey, you are feeling this or relationship, or you are feeling naughty. Actually, you don't know that you're depressed. But you say, but I don't understand. I feel it takes me a long more time for the last thing to just wake up in the morning. You don't jog anymore. You don't go and see your friends anymore. My friend, is there something wrong with me? Then they must be able to say, I don't know what to do, but maybe go to the student council or speak to an adult or a friend who knows, who will understand, who can assist you. So there are a lot of other things, but thanks for the invitation. May I wish you well in your studies, and pass. You don't have a choice. Yeah. All I have to ask is that, when did you come last week? Unless you are still struggling with first year. So make sure that you do your best. Problems besets any of us, including the rest, including the bishop, including the pope. They must go and speak to somebody. Let me give an example of Archbishop. You know about the Archbishop? Yes. High priest will always have somebody they go to. I remember a documentary about him where they said, hey, Bishop Tutu, actually it advises everyone here, their peace, Christ, and somebody who's there, give moral guide. But when I was asked about that, to say, what do you do when you have issues? He says, there's this sister, giving man, somebody deep there in the monastery, somewhere in the sutras. He said, when I feel I need to talk to somebody and talk about what is in my heart, I go to her. Do you have that? You must have somebody that you say, nah, this is the person that I talk to. But this is I don't have. All my friends are dead. All my good friends visited me by the way, so I don't know to talk to. But it's important that you must have something. But not what Roosevelt says. Don't talk to your newspaper friend. The one that will talk about your stuff. Actually, he will say things and then your friends will be taking others. Did you hear? And did you hear that she was pregnant? You know what? Eleanor Roosevelt, I'm closing. Eleanor Roosevelt says he was the wife of an American president. Great minds discuss ideas. I follow what I'm saying. Great minds discuss ideas. Average mind discuss events. Average ones discuss ideas. Small minds discuss people. And when you are in what category? Do you spend most of your time talking about other people? Or you are talking about events or ideas? So think about your own friendship. Like, now my friends are this. You must have people that you can go talk about gossip. But there must be friends you say, these ones now we talk ideas. Yes. Do you have categories of people that you talk ideas? Or your friends just talk about other people? Did you hear what he did the whole afternoon? So that's a little more close effect. So my students, thanks for the invitation. There's so much. I try to talk about some of these things for our students in social care, because it's important to me and other people like myself to say students must not only be nourished by just books. We people, just like the African saying says, the road is as of those who have passed. Right? Then I also have to say, how did you get there? Yeah. Because we made those mistakes that they are talking about. So we are saying, open your eyes, don't make same mistakes that we made. Right? So may I say thank you for the invitation. And even though you have not spoken to me, I know it's late, 6 o'clock. I don't know whether there's time for questions or maybe the next time. So I want to stop at 6 o'clock. Is that your, or is there somebody who chairs that session? I think I want to stop there. Who's there?